Good morning. Oh, Lego. Good morning. Happy Saturday if you're doing this on Saturday. Happy day if you're doing it any other day. Let's start on our bottoms, just seated. If you want a pillow or anything, a block underneath you, go ahead and put it there. All right, sit up really tall. And then don't sit up really tall. Round your back, tuck your chin, hunch over and just breathe big into your back body. Oh, so tight. Full deep breath. One more big inhale. Long on the exhale. And then from your navel, hug your navel in and then slowly start to pull yourself up. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Roll them back. Shrug them to your ears. Forward. Roll back. Opposite. Go backwards. Shoulders forward. One more. And that always feels weird to me. So I like to finish with rolling backwards. Open up your chest. Stay with your eyes soft, closed. Continue to breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth if you feel like you need to sigh. Keep your mouth shut and you will continue to just build a little bit more heat. Exhaling through the nose just as if you were pushing the breath out through the mouth. So there's still sound and strength behind the breath. You're paying attention to your breath the best you can. Feeling it as it moves into your body. Where is it going? Is it your chest, your back body, your ribs, your belly? Maybe you can feel it all the way down to your toes. Sound of the breath. Is there a sound? As you draw the breath in through the nose, draw it down the back of the throat, like it's dragging through the back of the throat. When you exhale, lift up the pelvic floor muscles. So think about really pulling up and then hugging navel in and up. And that presses the breath back out through the back of the throat, out through the nose. And this is it. There's just this exchange back and forth, inhale to exhale. It can be calming. It can be refreshing. Like, oh, I haven't actually taken a full breath in, a full breath out yet today. Notice your thoughts, if there are any. Can we just let them pass by? And if we're full of thoughts, there's so many thoughts, that's fine. Just keep letting them pass by. Keep pulling the attention back to the breath. All these qualities of it, the sound, the feel, the length. Taking one more inhale. Long exhale out. And then we'll go back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, tuck the chin, hunch yourself over, rounding your back. And then just reach your fingers forward, like you're just stretching in the morning. Circle out your wrist. Feel like your right hand reaches a little bit further forward, and then your left hand reaches a little bit further forward, and then your right hand, and then your left hand. And then both hands try to go as far forward as they can can go interlace the fingers and now press the palms towards me. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Bend your elbows, open your chest. Give this a little bit of a wiggle, side to side. The breath stays big, the breath stays deep. And then let's go back and forth. So as you exhale, there's the rounding, the tucking of the tail, the pressing the hands forward. On the inhale, pulling the arms up. Bend your elbows at the top, open up your chest. Exhale, hugging navel in. Inhale, opening up. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. From the inhale, take your hands, separate them, and feel like you're reaching through your fingertips up to the sky, and then pinch your shoulder blades together so the arms start to go up and back, up, breathing, right, all the while, up and back, 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 until they're kind of like behind your body. Whether you can touch the ground, so I'm pretty high up on a block. If you are too, you might not be able to touch the ground. If you can, reach towards the floor, or you're up in the air a little bit, and then take the left arm up and over. And if you can, press to the ground, root down to feel that rise all the way up through the fingers. Your head goes to where it's comfortable, so if it's not here, then maybe it's here. Breathe. Your bottom stays grounded, so that left cheek, it doesn't lift just to go further. Use your core, hug the navel in to bring the arms up. And then you're already going back, right, where we were. Back, back, back. Inhale. Exhale. And then check in with all the points of contact. Seat rooted, fingers, if they can reach the ground, pressing down in order to then lift up. Like that lifted hand, that's another point of contact. Like you're reaching through it as if it could touch the sky, as if that's its anchor. And then as we hug the navel in to pull up, and the shoulders soften, now it's a twist. Right hand comes behind, left hand thigh. And I can barely touch the ground behind me, and that's okay, so maybe you anchor to your sacrum. Try not to move your hips. Can the twist be through the ribs? Lift your heart. Hug the navel and twist. Any movement through the head. Just with the breath. That's your guide. And then just switch it to the other side. Whoosh. But then my hip wanted to go too. So stabilize. Whoosh. Twist through the ribs. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. And then coming back to center, ankle in front now goes behind. Interlace fingers, take an inhale. Exhale. To the sky, inhale. Halfway, exhale. To the sky, inhale. Halfway, exhale. To the sky, inhale. Halfway, exhale. To the sky, pause. Bend your elbows, lift up through the right elbow, dip down through the left elbow, breathe. So again, the anchor through the right elbow, like it is lifting so high, it could touch the sky. And then you can breathe into the right ribs as you do this. The right armpit, mindful that the shoulder is not hiking up. Come back through center. Switch, so the left elbow lifts the ribs, finds some space, right elbow goes down. Just breathe in. If your shoulders are tired, I want you to take a break, just letting them relax and then come back into it. And then as we meet in center, now we go to the left, come through, inhale. And exhale. To the right, inhale. To the left. Meet in and center. Here again, take a break if you need it. To the right. And exhale, center. Lifting. Releasing. Last one. Finding center. Breathe through the heat of the shoulders. Hands release. Back and down slowly. So as they're reaching out, can you poof your chest up to the sky? As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe in. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Last one. Exhale all the way to your lap. Roll the shoulders out, move, shake it out. Hands and knees. Roll on over. Blocks stay handy if you have them. Bring your hands a little bit forward of your shoulders and just push back, stretch out what we just had bent for a while. Push through the right heel. And your hands are really strong. Strong, press in so much that maybe your left shin, it's not like I'm lifting my left shin, it just kind of comes up too. And breathe. It could be right here too. And then you're just switching. Right leg down, push back through the left, that's enough. If you feel like you want to pull it up and back a little bit more, go for it. Toes can be tucked or untucked on the right side. Make sure your shoulders don't collapse in. Big breath in. Ah, big breath out. Both shins come down, but wide. So knees are wide. Pull your hips back like your bottom to your heels. Maybe it touches, maybe it's a little bit further. And then coming forward, let your pelvis move forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades and lift your heart. Oh. From your navel, hug the navel in. Pull your hips back. Inhale. Hips forward, shoulders back, heart. Maybe it's a little bit more of cat to a cow. Back to cat. Child. Cat. Cow. Cat. Stay in child's pose. Pulling hips to the right, walk your hands to the left, stretch through the side. Just breathe. Come through center, hips to left, hands to right. Come back to center. Oh, rise up, all fours. Bring the knees underneath you, spread the fingers wide, grip your mat, shoulders away, and then we'll pull back to your bent knee down dog, and in that space, wiggle out some. Bend the knees a lot, pull the hips way back. So we'll keep coming back to a really bent knee down dog. Inhale, press forward to plank. Exhale, pull back to child's pose. Inhale, rise up, tuck toes, hover knees. Exhale, pull back, down dog. Inhale, use your legs to push forward to plank. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, as the shoulders come up, you're already hovering your knees. Exhale, pull back to down dog. Use your legs, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale, stay here, down dog. If here is not down dog, stay here. And then maybe we can straighten the legs out a little bit more. Hug the navel in, the front ribs in, grip through the fingers. Walk to the top of the mat, as many steps as you need. Feet can be wide. As you get a little bit tighter, you can start to bend the knees more and lift the hands until you make it semi-close to the top. And just a ragdoll. Feet are as wide as your mat. Grab opposite elbow. Sway yourself out. If you need to, shake out the head. Tuck your chin a little bit more. Active through your feet. Feet are pressing towards the sides of your mat, and that can go all the way up to your sitting bones that are separating. Maybe we go a little bit further into the ball of the foot, and then can your forearms get heavier? Can your torso get heavier? Movement doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's non-existent. Just breathe. That's your moves. Hands come above the knees. Bend the knees. Look at your belly button. And now you're using the strength of your glutes, your core, to roll yourself up slowly. Chin is tucked, stacking. Once you make it to the top, breathe. Root down. Hands to sky, big stretch up. Arc over to the right. Right hand down, lift up over. Center, inhale. Up and over to the left. Center, inhale. Bend the elbows, open up your chest. So heart lifts high on the inhale, then maybe it's like this crescent up and back. Inhale, imagine the heart lifting, and then back. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back up, and then down. Bend the knees, let your head go. Shake it out. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back. Soften your knee down. Be on your blocks if you need them, if you have them. Weights work too, books work. And then just breathe into the front of your left hip. So rooted through fingers, shoulders are back, heart is high. The right hip pulls back, the left hip pulls forward. Left toes can be tucked or untucked, but make sure they are grounded as well. There's an anchor. Breathe. Pull back through the right. Might even scoot your left knee back a little bit. Stretch. Sole of the foot up or down. And then your whole caboose. Pull your butt over to the right, your hips over to the right. Come back through the center, now over to the left. Back to center, find center, heart lifts, hips pull back. Exhale. Bend into the right knee. So if you had blocks, you could use your blocks the whole time, okay? If you don't have blocks, I'll do it without, because not everybody does. Lift up the left, squeeze through the inner thighs, hug the navel in, see if that can help you to lift up your right foot. Step it back to down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Use your legs to push forward to plank, super strong. And then soften the knees down. So I'm not going to be directly on my kneecap. I'm going to try to be above the kneecap. And then see if you can bend the elbows a little bit and take them off to the sides. And that can help you to then lift up your chest. And then the elbows wrap back into your body. Fingers, 10 fingers solid. Heart lifting. Breathe. From your navel, pull it back to child's pose, toes tucked or untucked. Stretch. Inhale, rise up, hands and knees. Exhale, back to down dog. Feet can come a little bit closer, right leg to the sky, straight back at first. So find the hug of the ribs in, the strength of the right leg to lift. Breath. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Soften left knee down, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the right leg out. Hips to the right, inhale. Hips to the left, exhale. Hips to center, lift the heart. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Bend into right knee, left knee lifts. Inhale. To the top of the mat, forward fold, bend the knees, exhale. Hands to shins, heels pressing out, engage the glutes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold into yourself, letting go. Strong legs lift you to the sky. Inhale. Bend the elbows, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, back to sky. Exhale to fold. But just be there, breath in, breath out. Right foot steps back. Knee down. Blocks if you have them, blocks if you need them. Anything that can help you to really lift up your chest. Just so you're not scrunched, so you have space to bring in breath. Breathing into the front of the right hip. Anything through the head, neck, shoulders. Pull back through the left leg. Sole of the foot up or down. If you could imagine your left heel is trying to actually pull toward the back of the mat, like you're trying to drag it back. So that that hip pulls back. Oh, makes it a little bit more interesting. So then pull your hips to the left. Your hands can move. If you feel like you're totally gonna wobble, bring both hands on the inside of the leg, it's fine. And just get that outer edge, what's happening. Come over to the right. Oh my goodness. You could even feel like your whole thigh rolls to the left. I don't know. I don't know. Explore what's going on with you. There's a lot that seems to be going on with me. Whew, breathe into it, breathe. To create the ease. Back to center, lift through the heart. Shoulders back, heart high, hips pull back. So now it's like your sitting bones are pulling to the back of your mat. And then maybe bend the elbows to find that hinge forward to create the ease. You have that full breath in and out. Bend back into the knee, lift up your right knee. So again, and if you're on blocks or even weights, I'll show you real quick. So it's a little bit easier. Just right hip pulls forward, left hip round a little bit, not a lot, to lift up the foot. So then you've got that hovering, and then step back to down dog, hips pull back. Knees can bend. Inhale, we're going forward to plank, strong. And then again, softening the knees. Elbows kind of go out to the side and then they wrap into your body as you lift up your heart. So it's a take on up dog. And then we pull back. Child's pose, exhale. Forehead down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Move your fist up and away. If you like to rotate side to side, that can feel good. If you come to the crown of the head, just make sure you're engaging your abs so not all this weight is in your neck. Breathe. Slowly let it go. Rise up all fours. Your blocks can roll aside. Exhale, come back to down dog, hips to the sky. Left leg rises, inhale. Set yourself up on the exhale. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, knee to the nose, step the foot forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, pull the left leg straight. Hips to the left, inhale. Hips to the right, exhale. Back to center, heart lifts, nice and long. Exhale, hinge into it. Bend into the left knee, right knee lifts, inhale. Top of your mat, use the left leg to get you there. Exhale to hinge to fold. Half lift, powerful legs. Fold a little bit deeper, exhale, letting go. Rise to the sky, use your legs, inhale. All the way to that back bend. Hands back up, inhale, tall. Bend the knees, exhale, let it go. Left foot steps back, knee down. Squeeze the inner thighs, rise up. Stay. Right hand to the hip, lift the right or left hand up to the sky, take an arc over to the right. Breathe into the side body. Both hands to the sky. Maybe the pelvis can move forward, and imagine as your pubic bone moves forward and down, your sternum lifts up and goes back. Maybe the arms come back too. I would tuck the chin just a little bit so it's not too much through the front, through the throat. Bring the hands down, 2 blocks or not. Straighten out both legs, let your head go. Breathe in and out. There's that little shimmy of your hips. So if I pull my right hip a little bit to the right and feel like I'm dropping my left hip some, it's like you're just moving through, if you could isolate just your pelvis. Lift your heart on the inhale. Fold a little bit deeper as you exhale. Bend into the right knee, heart forward, inhale. Straighten out the leg, exhale, sole of the foot can lift. Bend into the knee, inhale. Pull it back, exhale. Bend into the knee, right hand to the sky, take a twist. So the right hip's pulling back and then the twist is through the ribs. Stay for the exhale. Right hand on the inside of the right foot, walk it over to the left, wide. Let your head go. Shake out the hips a little bit, bending into the right knee, bending into the left knee. And then just like the ragdoll we took at the very beginning, put a little bit more weight into the ball of the foot, but the toes are soft. Heels are pressing out, and that goes all the way up to your sitting bones, which are opening. Maybe that allows for a little bit more heaviness through the upper back, neck, and shoulders. Breathing. One more. Bend the knees a little bit, hands to the hips, squeeze, half lift. Stay for the exhale, hug the navel in. Use your glutes, rise all the way up on the inhale, catch opposite elbow, and then imagine that same idea of lifting your sternum and pulling up and back, up and back, up and back. Breathing. Pulling to center, inhale. Spin the right toes forward, warrior 2. Come in and out of it. Anchor through the pinky edge of your left foot. So this leg's strong. Opening up that right inner thigh, hip, knee is right in the center there. Maybe geared towards the pinky toe a little bit more. Toes are soft. So if you could squeeze your heels together, soft shoulders, breathe in and out. You should feel like your left inner thigh is really lifted. There's that balance of trying to sink down as low as you can go, but we're not collapsing into it. We have support, always. We support ourselves. Inhale, reach forward, up and back. Breathe into the right side. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, right hand behind the head maybe. So now we got that elbow get lift, pull up and back. Stay. My left hand's gonna travel to that right thigh to help find this twist. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. Let it go. Right hand comes down on the inside, left arm to the sky. So your hips are pulling back. Right arm can press into the right thigh. Thigh pushes back too. Spin your heart to the sky. Straighten right leg, press to the heel, up and back, up and back, up and back. Breathing. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Whew. Twist, right arm to the sky, big breath in. Right arm to the ground, exhale. Okay, if you're on blocks, they're forward. Weight starts to go into this right leg. Right leg, right leg. So glute squeezing. Now use your left leg, lift out. Bend the knees some, let your head go. Left leg reaches out and up. Head gets heavier. Left leg reaches out and up. Head gets heavier. Out and up, head gets heavier. Forward fold, let it all go. Bend the knees. Actually, scratch that. Left ankle behind the right. Pull the hips in, or weight into the heel some. Walk the hands forward a lot. Just breathe. Hips go to the left, walk your hands to the right. Ooh. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Wiggle around some. Sigh it out. Walk back to center, uncross the legs, half lifting. Blocks are handy, they make lovely. Less effort. Exhale, bend the knees, let it go. Inhale, rise to the sky. Use those legs all the way up. Bend the elbows, exhale. Okay, so now we're here. Hello. See if you can go back, 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 back. Bring your fingertips to, maybe it's, try to do them both at the same time, but if you're like here, and here, and here, and here, and here, cool. And then open up the elbows a little bit. I'll show you from here. Open up, lift up your heart, pinch the shoulder blades, pinch the elbows together, and find a little bit more support with your hands as perhaps you take a bit deeper of a back bend. So the knees are soft. Your pelvis lifts and pulls forward. And again, maybe you keep a little bit more of that tuck of your chin. Woo. You can breathe. If you cannot breathe, you come out of it. Hug the navel and pull yourself up. Stay for the exhale. Gently, careful with those shoulders. Don't move too fast. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, bend the knees. Take it down. Extra breath. All right. Right foot steps back. Soften the knees. Squeeze the inner thighs. Rise up. Ooh. Breathe in. Left toes, they're just free to dance, free to dance. So now again, your pubic bone. Imagine the pubic bone's moving forward and dropping down. It's heavier. And at the same time, the sternum is lifting up and maybe pulling back. So there's so much space that you've now created in the front body. And you're just here to breathe into it. If it's too much, you back off. Left hand to hip, reach up. So right hip drops, right armpit lifts all the way to the fingertips, arc over to the left. Nothing has changed through the pelvis. Breathe in and out. Whew. Come back to center, inhale. Hands come down, tuck the back toes. Two straightish legs. Blocks are so helpful. Lift up. And I keep saying weights, and I just mean if you have, hello, if you have like hand weights, right? That's a couple inches of space too. I could only find one right now. But you can use that instead of a block to lift and to fold. Breathe. Bend into the left knee. Ground down. The left hip pulls back. The left arm to the sky. Twist through the rib cage as much as possible. Bring it on the inside. Walk it around. Hello, here we are again. All right, want to get a little bit deeper, heels in, toes out. It's more of a supported Skandasana. So you could be really high up. You could be, again, on your blocks. Maybe you're good to sit down into it. Whatever you're doing, it's very mindful. Not forcing yourself into any space. If your body is fighting it all the way, why? Because sometimes it could just be the positioning. Like if your knee's dipping in, well, that's going to hurt your knee. So you want to be mindful that that's opening up. Reset. Toes in, heart lifts. Exhale, just let it go. Shake out the head, the neck. So in this one, if it's possible, we're going to just take, our head is down. Can't even see me, I'm just talking to you. Imagine you're reaching your hands up to the sky. And then not only are your hands reaching up to the sky, but they are trying to fall to the floor, kind of behind you, behind your head. Like if you were holding a ball between your hands and then trying to pull that towards the ground. One more breath. All right. Bend the knees a little bit, hands to the hips, squeeze through the glutes. So your legs are super active, your glutes are super active, your core, your breath. Use your legs to rise up, hands to sky, catch opposite elbow. If you remember, try to catch opposite of what you did last time. Inhale, inhale, up and back. Oh, breathe. Exhale. Stay in the center on your inhale, actually. Warrior 2, exhale. In and out of it. Settle in. Reach forward, reach up, reverse. Side angle, pull the hips back as you hug the navel and stretch. Left hand can come behind you. Inhale, press back, reverse. Maybe the right hand to the outside or like the top of the thigh. I can't even reach the outside on this one. Ooh, lift up through that left elbow, breathe. Ha. Take it down, exhale. Hold this one, okay. So arm presses into leg, and then again, we've got this twist through the rib cage as we reach and we breathe. Just stay here for hours. No, I cannot. Stretch out the left leg. Whew. Was it loose? Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Ha. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Hand comes down. Okay, here we go for our standing split again. So transition weight into the left leg. Like right there, you're strong. Hands could be forward more, they could be on blocks. And then we're reaching through the right and reaching up. Squeeze, let your head be heavy. Reach. Take it up. Reach. Take it up. Breathe. Right ankle behind the left, pull the hips back, let your head go. Hips can blow to the right, walk your hands to the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend knees, fold. Rise to sky, inhale up and back. Interlace hands behind the back. Switch up the grip. If you keep doing one side more than the other, just know, take your feet a little bit wider, let your hands go. And then pausing in center, lift the sternum, take a little bit more of a back bend, breathe. Bend your knees, exhale, take it down, let your head go. Hands come down to the ground, heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. No, I take that back. Take your feet wider, heels on, toes off, sink the hips in your yogic squat-ish. Mine's kind of ish, it's not quite there. Opening up, lifting up your heart some. We're gonna go all the way up to the sky. So push through the pinky edges of the feet. I'm not relying on my arms, it's the legs. And then press all the way up, hands high. And then just sink back into it. Try to open the knees wide. Press and lift. Exhale down. Press and lift. Exhale down. One more inhale. And exhale to hold. Right arm presses into the right leg. Left arm reaches to the sky. You could be on a block right now. Hands to heart. Inhale, switch. Exhale, heart. Hands down, toes in. Oh my goodness. Let it go. Hands come in between the feet. Step your left foot back till your lizard. Soften the knee down. So you're on blocks, maybe? Maybe not. And for the first couple of breaths, squeeze your right knee into your right arm. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. So that feel of cat through the low belly. And then the breath creates the ease. Relax the jaw. Soften the eyes. Breathe. From you're wobbly, take your right hand on the outside of the right leg. It's okay. Or inside. And then externally rotate and bend into the right knee. I'm going to pull my left knee back just a little bit more. And then let your hips rock side to side. Straighten out again, toes are going to the right, and then up to the sky. Bend back into the knee. Step to the top, nice and wide again. Exhale, let your head go. Heels on, toes out. Sink through the hips. Breathe. Two more breaths. Hands down, toes in, let your head go. Hands on the inside, step your left foot back. No, your right foot back, step your right foot back. And then soften the right knee down. For the first part, again, you're squeezing the left knee into the left arm, shoulder, whatever you got. You can come down to your elbows. And it's just the breath. Straighten out the left leg. Spin the toes to the left. And then bend back in. So you're on the pinky edge. Knee and toe always in the same direction. So at this movement, the rotation is at your hip, not your knee, not your ankle. You can rock side to side. I like to actually bring my fingertips in towards my knees or towards my body when I do this. Maybe you do too. Maybe you do not. No matter what, you're breathing. Stretch out the left leg, toes are still to the left. Ooh. Spin the toes forward, come back in, lift up the right knee, step to the top, nice and wide. Exhale, let it go. Heel, toe, your feet together. Inhale through a chair, because you have to throw in one, right? All the way up to the sky. Hands to heart. Right leg stays, left knee comes up. Circle out the left ankle. Grab beneath the thigh, roll your shoulders back so your heart can lift some, and then feel like your heel is pulling into your body. So there's some tightness there, strength. Left hand to the left ankle, pull your knee back. Squeeze the knees towards each other and pull your heel towards your butt. So it's just a quad stretch, and if you need to be on a wall, because balance is not loving you today, and then find a wall and make it love you. Force it to love you. Just kidding. Okay. So imagine your pubic bone's a little bit heavy here, your tailbone is heavy, and then can you pull the knee back in space? And then lift your sternum higher, squeeze your shoulder blades. If it bothers your knee at all, you're backing off. Right arm could reach to the sky. You could kick your foot back into the hand. I've moved my hand from my ankle to the top of my foot. Keep pinching your shoulder blades together. If you like to tip the shape, go ahead. And if you've tipped, pull yourself back up. Start to bring the left knee forward. Both hands to sky. Cross right hand to the outside of the thigh or the pinky edge of the foot, and the left arm reaches up and back. From your center, hug your navel and left arm back to the sky, right arm meets, and we kick the leg forward. So it's through the belly. Hug the navel in and then kick. And then try to lift your sternum also. Right glute, it's talking. Bend the left knee, heel squeezes in, both knees are bent, so we're just kind of hanging out here. And then keep reaching, reaching, reaching. So that power of what you lifted into your standing split, that's there. Back, 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 back. Sort of, we made it to our lunge. Hands to sky, inhale. Now it's your choice. You can totally drop your knee. You can take the left hand on the inside. If it feels good in your body, we're going to tip forward. Right here, we've got that cat feeling of pulling your low belly in to take the elbow to the outside. So our pelvis is level. And just like any twist, it's through the ribs. Back leg is strong. Inner thigh spinning to the sky. Breath is there. Left hand could reach to the ground, right arm could reach to the sky, but we adjust, right? We didn't squeeze up this right side body, it's still nice and long. And the twist is through the ribs. You can do all the binding you want. You could be in an arm balance right now, right? We could bring the arms in, bend that back knee some, and whoo, hello. Hello, right? How'd that happen? And it twitches itself back up. Do that 10 times. Both hands come down to the ground. Oh my goodness. Drop your back knee and just in and out of the front leg. Bend back into the knee. Just swirl it around here. Circles, 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 circles. Down dog. To the top of the mat we go. How do you want to get there? Shorten your distance. Bend your knees. Lift your sitting bones. Look at your hands. Keep your arms straight. Hop. Activate your glutes. So imagine your butt, not your legs, is lifting you. Squeeze those glutes. And then make it to the top of your mat. Whew. Let it go. Half rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Through chair. Pull the hips back and down. Pull the navel in. All the way up to the sky. To the heart. Left leg stays, right leg lifts. Grab beneath the thigh, just circle it out some. Lifting up, squeezing the heel in, heart's lifting. Grab the right ankle. Try to pull back some. Adjust your pants. And then if your tail was heavy, so here is good, heel squeezing in. Maybe it goes back. Keep squeezing the midline though, your knee's not off to the side. Left arm up, sternum lifts high and finds its way back. Pinch the shoulder blades together, wrap the right elbow back, and maybe the foot kicks back. And you can dip the shape. Keep lifting out of your left hip, don't let yourself sink. Keep breathing. This is a toughie for me. And then if you tipped, you're pulling yourself back up. And then we start to pull forward. Whew. Bring the leg forward. Find the breath again, your balance, your ease. And then your twist. Hand or foot, right arm up. So we've got this length through the right side and we keep it when we twist. Come back through. Okay, so if we were to think about cat, so hugging the navel in, kicking the foot forward, and then lifting the sternum. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the midline. Bend both knees, maybe hands, heart, hips. And the heel's actively squeezing in, so you're already activating those muscles. Weight some more in your left heel, and then as you reach, you're reaching out and up, out and up, out and up, as we find our crescent. Breathe. Tailbone heavy, lift up through the heart. Any sort of twist you want to take here. So we're going to hug the navel in and then begin to bring the elbow. I like to use, when I'm coming into it, pull my left hip back. So I've already got that space. And then maybe the right arm reaches down and the left arm to the sky. Your twist is still just through the rib cage. Back leg is strong and solid. And you're like, if you want to do that arm balance again, bring both. We've got the support of both. You're bending your back knee. And then really you're just like, here we go, flying it out. If your face is on the ground, can you use your strength to lift your shoulders and your chest and reach them forward? And then maybe you find your twist again. Both hands come down. Whew. Just circle it out. Go team, go. Child's pose. Hands by your ankles. Breathe. Listen to the sweet, sweet sounds of the lawnmower. And then from here, we'll rise up. Switch yourself around so that you can just bring your legs forward. I don't know, something about me just likes to go this way. Legs straight-ish, knees bent, open up the sitting bones some. And your version of a fold. So far away, but if you have a block, or several blocks, or a block and a pillow, support yourself. Breathe into the back body. And then we'll rise up, hug the navel in to do so. Scoot yourself on down. Bringing the knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. Seriously, dude. Last week it was the pup, this week it's the husband. Legs up to the sky. Circle out your ankles. At least he's not knocking the camera over. All right, knees come in. Let's take a bridge. You want to do a wheel, you want to do a supported bridge. All of those are your options. Push through your heels, squeeze through the glutes. You are active. You are using your legs. You are using your arms. Every time you can think about it, you activate more to maybe lift higher or to just be more supportive. And then slowly we can go down. If you wanted to do another one, do another one. Knees rock side to side. Knees can come in one at a time. Rock it out again. If you would like to enjoy a happy baby, your legs straight, happy baby, or one leg at a time. Or if now you're ready for an inversion that we didn't get to, what seems fitting? Legs up against the wall. And then move into a twist. Left leg can straighten out, right leg crosses over. Gaze to right, breathing in and out. Come back to center, hug navel in. Switch it up. Breathe in and out. And then come back to center, hug the knees in. Again, anything that is still needed. But if that's just Shavasana, then find Shavasana. Extend the legs, extend the arms, close your eyes and breathe. Focus on some quality of the breath that can keep you here. Allow everything else to just drift on by. And to deepen your breath. Oh, take a big stretch. Circle out the wrists, wiggle the fingers, toes, ankles. Mindfully, we bring one leg in and then the other. One knee in and then the other. Finding your way to seated. Again, taking care of yourself as you move. Crossing ankles. Hands to sky. Hands to heart. Connected to breath. To this moment. To this body. This mind. Thank yourself for the opportunity to slow down, to move, to breathe, to release tension.